No one wanted to adopt this shelter cat, so we came up with a brilliant way to get attention. Shelters do some truly essential and life-saving work for our animal companions. They offer a temporary home to many stray, neglected, and homeless animals of the world who would otherwise have no place to go in desperate times. That said, no animal should have to spend their entire life in a shelter. One cat named Sigmund, who was living at Cat Haven WA shelter in Australia, seemed to feel the same way. So to avoid that fate, he came up with an adorable trick to grab people's attention in the effort to get adopted. Not only is this method sure to win him a forever home soon, but it'll make you laugh out loud. Everyone knows that animal shelters provide our four-legged friends with a temporary place to call home. Still, we all hope they won't have to spend too much time there, especially since waiting to be adopted can be a stressful time for animals. Such was the concern for Sigmund, an adorable 3-year-old cat who's been staying at the Cat Haven WA shelter in Western Australia for the past few months. While he was initially adopted shortly after he first arrived there, he was returned when his new owner deemed him too rough. Of course, the hospitality that Cat Haven WA is showing Sigmund is lovely, but the hope is that he'll find a forever home as soon as possible, as no cat should spend their life in a shelter. So in order to drum up some interest, this clever cat has come up with an adorably hilarious method to catch the attention of potential owners. What's Sigmund's plan, you ask? Why, sticking his tongue out at them, of course. Not only is this a hilarious way of getting people to look at him, but it shows that he's one silly kitty and would make a wonderful companion. Well, he's not exactly sticking his tongue out so much as he's licking the glass window pane of his enclosure to the shelter. When the staff at Cat Haven WA first noticed Sigmund's unique tactic, they began taking pictures of him mid-lick. From there, they decided they'd be able to get the attention of a potential adopter by posting his hilarious pictures on Facebook. They knew that this would prove to people just how fun and silly Sigmund could be, and hopefully get him adopted, for good this time. Sigmund is getting up to some odd tactics to try and find his new owners. Turns out you won't just adopt a cat, but you'll get a window washer as well. If you like a bit of an oddball, Sigmund is up for adoption now, the shelter wrote in one Facebook post. The photos that the staff took of Sigmund clearly did their job. Now, after just turning 4, he's found a family who wants to give him the loving forever home that he deserves. For his part, Sigmund has taken quite well to his new owners, showing them his quirky side early and often. He's settled in as well as can be expected, given he was 4 when he moved in. He's as mad as a hatter. Try making a bed with him, and it's a great game for him. He loves to climb on things, and just before typing this, he took a flying leap at a 6 feet tall cupboard and missed. Has not grasped that he's too small to leap that high from the floor, his new owner said. He gets into mischief just as any other cat does. In the past few months, he quite enjoys a lap now, but only on his terms, typical cat. When he runs through the house doing maddies, his tail fluffs out as much as it can, and you need to beware when the Persian look is happening. It's so funny. He's very playful, and regularly the kitchen bench tops of a morning have paw prints where he'd had a wander. Well, looks like Sigmund's silly antics finally paid off. Now he's living in a home that embraces him and all his funny quirks. Share Sigmund's sweet and funny story with your friends.